Alright guys, welcome back to the hangar. Continuing on with the Bandit Models Diamond Back. So real quick, I wanted to show you guys this. I mentioned it before. This part right here, this kind of is pretty heavy, and it's because it's got all this wood in here, which would be nice if you were going to mount, if you needed to mount batteries. So like I mentioned before, I'm going to try to push everything as like equipment back, so that way maybe I'll need nose weight and I can put batteries up here. But I guess the newer models aren't going to have this, just this ring here, which is where you attach it to the front of the model. And you can kind of see here's the gear door servo, which is nice because it's in the front of the door, and then just some access area if you needed. But really, you don't need to take this off like once it's bolted on. So just wanted to show you that. And I finished the landing gear on the wings, and both are in, fairly simple, no issues there. I had to take this bottom piece of tubing off that holds the wire here to get this bracket on. And these brackets have a set screw, and they are angled, so you have to put them on a right way. Like it has to angle forward, so because when the gear is down, it's back here, and then it angles forward to kind of get center point of where this door would go. So just have to pay attention to that. You can kind of see the angle on this one. It's going to be angled when it's up. It's actually going to be tilted back a little bit, so it's going to be like this. But I believe I may have got this on backwards. Actually, it may need to be the other way around. No, that's right. So when this comes down, because the angle of the wing is sloped, this kind of sets your angle so it comes down and sets perfectly. So, but it's simple, drill to holes, 4 screws, and you're good to go. And oh, there's a channel that's machined into this, a channel that's cut into this strut that this bracket set screw actually sits in, so it kind of keeps from going up and down. And there's also a set screw here, so if you want to loosen this one with a special tool that they provide, it wasn't wanting to come out very easy, and then I noticed there's a set screw, and as soon as you loosen that set screw, it comes out super easy. So loosen both of these if you need to take it out, but don't forget to retighten it, which is kind of a nice feature that kind of really locks it in. So the nose, nothing crazy here. I checked it with it up to see what kind of distance I need, and ended up pushing it all the way back against this, and it clears. So you can't go too much further forward, maybe a ½ inch, and you would probably hit the front side of the door opening. So this is where it's going to sit. And a good easy way, like this is the best tool I've ever owned. So this is a center drill for the old 2-stroke. You know, you used to have the old 2-stroke motors with the motor mounts, and so you put this in the center of it, and you can actually drill your screw hole, and it lines it up because it's angled and tapered. It's kind of hard to see there, but I use this for everything. But here I'm just essentially starting a little channel, just putting a little mark. And these mounts are really tight. They actually fit perfect. There's no play, so it slides right down. One of them I actually had to sand just a hair, nothing crazy, just hit it with a flat sanding board, and it went in. And this one, it went in perfect. So it makes lining it up real easy. So centered kind of drill there. I didn't drill through. I just put a mark, and then this guy is really for metal, when you're drilling metal to keep it from running, but I use it on anything. So you kind of feel, oh, there's the little mark. You just push it and it'll pop. Actually, I need to loosen that a little bit. You can adjust actually it's back here, you can adjust the tension on it. All it does is puts a little hole, little dimple there, so you can drill and it actually won't run on you. And this is going to be, ooh, darn it, it's going to be close. May have to push this out just a hair. See if I can get it. Yeah, may have to. See how it sits in there? It kind of center drills it for you. Ugh. I may have to get a different poop. Alright, so let's see. Let's see if I can put this in the Dremel. It might be too big. I would really hate to have to hand drill that. My poor old thumbs are all jacked up from fixing my pool liner the other day. Oh no, this will work. Okay, so here's what we'll do. Turn it down just a hair. There we go. Alright. Still not the perfect angle, but it's not the preferred method, but it works. Oh man. Yeah, I don't like that. It's not a perfect angle. That did it, I think. And then just the 4 screws here. I'll use my little screwdriver here. These little Ryobi things, I got this one on the flashlight, and they use the same little USB-C charging. Great. I bet you that last one's not all the way through. It wasn't all the way through, so I may have to drill. Doesn't feel like it was smooth. Battery's dying. There you go. I'll go back. Let's tighten all these. And you can take them back out and run some CA in them just to kind of give them some beef. Actually, I need a bigger grip. Get my other screwdriver. Do 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 do. There we go. Hottest day of the year around here. I had to freaking mow, so I came home, worked on the gear, let it cool off a little bit, and then went and mowed. Man, I have to mow every 4 days now. Kind of sucks. I only got a little over an acre. Always wanted property, and then now I actually hate it because I have to mow it. Okay, so there we go. Bam. And let me plug it up and kind of show you. I just use a little 6-volt battery, this little 6.6. But you just got to unplug it when it gets to its end point so you don't bind it up and burn it up, but there we go. Bam. Fits in there perfect. It's hard to see it. That's all there is to it. Then just reverse the polarity here. And of course, when your steering wheel is up, you disable your steering, so it's not sitting there turning in the bay. But bam, there you go. So I got both wings, the gears done, so I can put the wings on, and well, I got to run cables and stuff, leads. But that's kind of a good stopping point. for this evening. But there you go. So nothing crazy. I was a little worried. They do have wood under the carbon where the actual gear screws in, but the bulkheads around it is carbon with the Airex laminated. And even though it's thick, I was worried about that breaking out. You know, you have one of those bad days where you kind of don't have a stellar or perfect landing, you know. We all have them, you know, even the best pilots do it. I was worried about them cracking and breaking out because the wings were the same way, but they said they haven't had an issue with it. But if you wanted to, you could easily just take some like 1/8 aircraft ply and put against it or over these areas here just to kind of strengthen it up if you wanted to. I'm not going to do it because I'm going to see how it holds up and let you guys know. But I'm also, another thing also, I'm thinking maybe if I can find one, maybe I'll go with a different motor. I mean, I kind of wanted to do the 166 to kind of show you guys what it flew like on the low power side. But I think a 195, an Izaikoi 195 would be perfect for this thing. But I don't want to go spending the money, and I've got it, so I may just go ahead and put it in. So if anybody's got a 195 they might want to get rid of, low time, you know, let me know. Or if you're looking to buy a 166, let me know. So we'll see. If not, I'll just use it and we'll see how it goes. If I don't like it, I can always pull a motor and put another one in, because I don't have to cut the mount with a smaller motor. I actually have to make some extensions for the mount brackets because it's a little too short. I mean, it'll sit in there, but the holes that you got to drill would be too close to the edge of the mounting rails, so I have to make a little extension, which is very common. Nothing crazy that you have to do. But anyways, that's it for tonight. Tomorrow when I get back on it, I'm gonna do the doors and the hatches, which are simple. 2 screws. I'll have to put the gear down, and I'm gonna put some paint or something on this, and then when the gear's down, I'll lay it down, and it'll leave me a mark on there, and then I will just drill the 2 holes and put the 2 M3 screws in for this piece, and then these are just the little brackets that go here. 4 holes you got to drill, and I'll probably use my little hand drill for that, and they come with some silver wood screws. I got some black ones that I'm going to do so you won't see them, but then again I might just use those because you got some silver here, so it'll kind of look the same. So yeah, I'll just use those, so it'll probably look better. I don't know, we'll see. A little OCD about that kind of thing. So, but you guys have a good night, and appreciate all the comments. If you need to know something, give me a shout. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe to the channel if you like, and I'll keep at it. Cheers.